Hi. So in this video, episode, whatever you call it, this is episode 4, part of video 4 of this series. So I opened up the acrylic combo kit. Now this is what came inside that combo kit. Now it came with a blank sketch pad and 3 boxes. It came with the July 21 ScrawlrBox, the October 21 ScrawlrBox, and the March 2022 ScrawlrBox. Now I love this because each box I missed out on because I started my ScrawlrBox experience in May last year, so May 2022. So I missed all of these boxes. So it was fun to open up new boxes. Now I've opened them all separately, one by one, in their own little episode, their own little video. So you already know, hopefully, what's inside them. Big spoiler alert. Here it is. If you haven't, please go see them videos. See the final pieces of them videos. It's worth watching, I hope. Yes. So yeah. So I'm not opening new boxes. These are the boxes I've already opened. But yeah, my little brother loves it when I open up new boxes. Anyway, so these are 3 that's already been opened. We have box 1. This was the July 21 ScrawlrBox. Then we have box 2. This was the October 2021 ScrawlrBox and the inside. And third, lastly but not least, let's make some room so you can see 1, 2, and 3, which was the March 2021 ScrawlrBox, 2022 ScrawlrBox. Now I opened them opposite. No, I opened this one, then this, then this. Yeah. So box 1, box 2, and box 3. Now, like I said, I opened them up separately and did a piece separately with each box. Now the combo kit is called Out of This World, and it is a challenge to combine all of the art supplies to create a piece that is out of this world. You know, something like that. So we can do this. Should I show you the pieces that I did? Yeah, why not? So in box 1, in the March box, this is what came. Markers, a purple pencil, a normal pencil, and a fine liner, which is that, and it is 0.3 liner, and the pencil is 3B, and there's the purple colour. With these 3 markers, which on one side it's got broad, on the other side it's a point, like you got a chisel and a broad. Like just a normal pen. What was I saying? Yeah, so we'll keep that there, and this art supplies there. This is the piece I did using that. I created this little robot. Where that is connected to the heart. So that's the piece I made. Let's let's put that box off to the side completely. The next box, this was a fun box. This had inks. It had acrylic inks, and there's magenta, and it overflowed at some points. It has magenta and blue. It says magenta and blue. It also has diamond sparkle, which was just great, and an extender, which things it, and a pipette, a straw, and it also came with a little paintbrush that is over there, so let me go get that so I can show you. And here is the little paintbrush that came with it, and it's tiny, and I've used it quite a bit since then because it's dirty. And the pictures I made three.
That's one.
So I made
one,
and like it shimmers because of that diamond sparkle in places. Like, you might think that it's just the light, but seriously, it really shimmers. So there's one.
There's two.
Here's two. And here's three.
This one's four.
No, I did that one's a test piece.
Oh.
Yes. So I did 3 pieces, and we will keep that off to the side, and we'll keep that out. And last but not least, these were Copic markers. So we had 3 Copic markers in blue,
yellow and red.
Yes. Whoops. In blue, yellow and red. They're the numbers if you'd like. I say that like you can. So there's R46, Y02 and BG15. So I keep them to there, and it came with a grippy, can't see that, a grippy pencil with this pen, which is a Fineliner 0.3. This is the Kneadable eraser that came with it. And I will show you my piece of work that I did, which I'm a bit iffy on. I did like it, but at the same time I didn't. It just was not working out. I didn't think it was working out. But yeah, this is what I did. The art piece I did. So yes, you know what I did. So there we go. So here's, I will move you. So this is everything that came in the 3 boxes of the acrylic combo kit. Now I will reread this because I did read it in the first video that I did with these. So it says, combining the best of alcohol-based mediums from previous ScrawlrBoxes, this Scrawler combo kit provides a great selection of juicy markers and free-flowing inks needed to create vibrant artworks. Each box inside includes a challenge word or phrase or as an inspiration. Create something using only these supplies or take on the new combo challenge, combining all the supplies from this kit. So, and you can hashtag and stuff. So I just knocked over. Let's just think. So the challenge is out of this world. I think that'd be pretty cool. Out of this world. Now I'd love to have the nebula background, so maybe having that kind of background. However, the markers, do they work on the same paper? I think this is where we're gonna have to experiment and do tests and stuff like that. So out of this world, again, like, what do I want? Like, do I want to do a person, or or maybe like a planet. So around, no, or like a character in the middle and then do the nebula kind of thing coming off it, like. So I'm gonna get my
like
book, which I've not done the front cover yet. I might have. I will be doing it soon, but I don't know when I'm gonna be posting it. I could have already posted it at this point. I don't really have a timeline, and my timeline's always wiggly, wobbly. So yeah, so you could have already seen the video of my front cover. And if you have, please tell me, did it turn out alright? Does it turn out really nice? I hope it does turn out nice. Please let it turn out all nice. But yeah, fresh piece, and we're gonna test them all out together. I'm gonna test them all out, gonna test out, because if you have seen, these colours are like all grey colour and greys, like literally that, like greys and browns. See, they're mostly greys, and it's one of them has a hint of like a goldy, yellowy tinge to it, that I remember. So it'll be nice to have this kind of colour scheme, and then having one of these pop out, or maybe having this pop out, or having this as the background and this as the character. But yeah, I don't actually know what I'm doing. I just know that it's going to be out this world. I hope it's going to be out this world. Yeah, I'm gonna use all these in my sketchbook, and we're gonna try and find out what's good, what's not good, what actual pad should we use, because we actually have 3 pads from each one. So let's also try that out. Now, I don't know if I try this out and I do voiceover me, or if I am talking in real time. Either way, I will keep you posted and updated on what I do. Hello, so this is voiceover me, and I'm going to go through everything from this combo kit. So first I'm just going to test out everything all together in my sketchbook, because I need to like revisit what was inside these boxes. You know, trying to find out what colors went with what, and I tried to do some sort of like grid thing of how they'd layer on top of each other, because I really did want to use everything, or at least most of everything that was inside these boxes. And at this point I have like no idea what I'm going to do. I just know that the theme, the thingy is out of this world, so I go from everything that was inside the box basically. So I try and just I just do what I normally do. I test everything out. So this is me trying to retest all the stuff again. I'm finding out which liners to use, because I'm pretty sure the liners were near enough the exact same. They were both 0.3. What really, the liners were exactly the same length, thickness wise, but I found that one of them was a little bit more darker, I'd say. Yeah. But I could have used either, to be honest, when doing this. I went over the markers that was used, and like I said, this is mostly grey. There is that third colour down. The first colour is really light, so that third colour down, that's the only one that has like a hint of like a yellowy colour, like a hue of yellow. and then I go through the Copics. And at this point, this is my older footage. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. Sorry, no. This is just after I bought the new camera, so this was quite a while ago now. But yeah, and the light ring. I've got a better setup now. But yeah, so if you do want to carry on watching my videos, the setup is a lot different to this. So I hope that you do carry on watching my videos, and I hope that you like my content that I do. But this is me trying to figure out what they was laid on top of each other, just based on the colours. So how I did this was do kind of like a grid and have the Copics coming down and have that colour and the number, and then across was the other markers that I got from the mechanic box. So I'm able to see how they looked like when they laid on top of each other, just one layer, because you can obviously layer it and layer it and layer it, but I kind of just wanted to jump right into it. Really, this is me being a little bit cautious. I wanted to find out, just revisit on what I wanted to do, and I did have an idea already, because in the last video with the genie, that was kind of what I was gonna go for, having this sort of genie thing, but I just wanted it to do it better. Now at first I was gonna have like, I wanted to do some sort of solo eclipse moon thing, you know, where it's the full moon at the top and then goes down to a no moon, a new what's it? Well, there's just like a slice. And I really wanted to do kind of like the Wednesday pose for some reason. I was watching Wednesday with my sister, so I was kind of into that at this point. But yeah, so I kind of get rid of that in a sense. I do and I don't. Like, I still have this the genie type stance, but I get rid of the moon. But I really did try my hardest to try and figure out what I was gonna do. These sketches really are just to sort of get my wrist into action, you know, like to try and get it all sorted so I can, you know, draw good. So I first used the paper that came with July's ScrawlrBox, and this one was a weird one because, like I said, I didn't know how I was going to do or use the markers. So really this was a template of how the markers would gel with this paper, because this was the paper that came with the alcohol inks, so it was just a different type of an effect. Also, I'd like to note that I had no reference for this picture at all. This is probably the worst picture I have drawn for this because I had no reference. I was just trying to, I don't know what I was doing, but as it goes on it gets worse. But I kind of like it in a sense of it led me to, you know, realize the markers and how they gelled with the paper, because they went with the paper, but at the same time they didn't at all. Like, it kind of bled and ran, and around the edges it kind of left some harsh lines, and I did try to, you know, let that work, I think, you know, trying to save it in some places, but I don't. So at first I used the lightest of the shades and kind of, oh no, this is me testing it out on the paper, and at this point I'm like, this actually seems alright on this paper, there's nothing wrong. However, when you actually start to use it to create shades and kind of blend it, it's not good for blending. It doesn't blend like I thought it would. So yeah, so I first used the lightest colour, and I used it on the black of this sheet. Now I'm remembering, used it on the black of this sheet to try and figure out what I was going to use and stuff, because I don't know, I didn't want to waste the paper, but I should have. I don't know, I barely used this sort of paper, so I could have done it, but yeah. Anyway, so I tried to add the greys on the face So I used the greys for the face and the skin because I wanted to use the you know, the poppy colours, the acrylic inks for the hair. I wanted to do like space bums for the hair, so that was going to be the only type of colour. And at first it was going all right, and then I started to add light outlines, and it just went a little bit downhill. She looks a little bit sad. But yeah, so, and I'm also trying to make a TikTok while I'm doing this. So if you do want to check out my TikToks, the link is in my link tree with all of my other links if this is the only kind of thing that you're seeing me from. I have got Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and TikTok. So I do loads of videos on there. So check that out, please. If you are new and you've never seen me before, that might be cool to do. So then I carry on with this piece, and I use the Frisk masky thing that I don't really get along with at this point. It just goes downhill with me, but it actually worked with this paper. This paper was really good. And as you can see, I'm trying to add shading to this person, and like I said, you can see like the harsh lines of where it kind of dried up. And it looks nice, but at the same time, it doesn't. I don't know what's it. To me, that looks quite nice. If I'd have done the actual sketch from a reference, maybe I'd have done better, because at this point when I'm adding the shades, I try and find a reference image that's as close to what I've drawn. Yeah, I remember now. I get a reference image that I'm close to I've drawn, so I'm able to figure out where the shades are. So I do try and fix this, but because it's not the same shape head and everything like that, it just doesn't go according to the plan 100%. But like I said, I do like this in its own sort of wacky way. Because you can really see the difference of the colours and the tones of the face. What do you think? Do you quite like this? For some reason, I like it, but at the same time, there's this little bit in my head that's saying that doesn't look right. But I don't know. What do you think? Comment below. So yeah, so at first I just try and add so I'm also using the liner, as it's not perfect. In the end I realized that this isn't going to be a perfection sort of piece. So I decided to use the liner to be quite squiggly and free in a sense. And I just add a little bit of colour to the lips, the red lips, and then I try and do the Copic markers, try and blend into each other. That was the only way I could use them in my mind at this point. So when that's finished, I take off the Frisk, what is that called? The frisky thing. And I'm able to add the alcohol inks after it's dried a little bit more, because I really didn't want it to mesh together. Oh, I forgot this. I forgot that I did this, but now, yeah. So I also, to make sure that the alcohol kind of didn't go into what I've already drawn, I used Frisk and I painted it where I needed to, and I don't know, I quite like it. At this point I was optimistic. I was like, this is turning out all right. But then the Frisk took the liner off the eyes and everything, so I don't know if it saved me or didn't. But I was able to re-add it. So yeah, I re-added it, and I did a little bit more of the alcoholic inks to some areas, you know, like where the head and where your sideburns are. Yeah, so I added some of that, and then I tried to make it a bit more, some sort of definition around the space buns and where the head is and the space buns. Like I said, this one is a weird one. I like it. It allowed me to really just kind of trust the process, really, because I'm thinking, at first I was like, oh, this is going good. And then I was like, no, this isn't going good. And then at the end I was like, this is all right. In its own sort of weird way, it's allowed me to really mess around with the products, the stuff that was given. And then in the end, I decide to go back to my sketchbook because that one's pretty much finished now. I go to my sketchbook and try and do some more doodling because I really wanted to try and do a genie sort of thing. So I go on to the next paper. Now this paper was from the August. I think it's the really thin one that's actually for markers. I think both of the papers from the next two are actually for alcoholic markers, so they're pretty much the same JMSM thing. So I pretty much draw my genie and how I wanted her to be, and I'm going all good. I'm gonna try. I'm trying for. I don't know what kind of pose this is, but I'm happy with what I've drawn in the end of this. I really am, because I just think this is one of the best ones hands-wise I've drawn. Like, I'm really bad with hands and arms and stuff, but I was really happy with this one in the end. Oh, this one's the 0.1, and then we have a little accident. We're not there yet though. So right now I'm just trying to draw a sketch, the shapes, and then refining a little bit more. And I also, at this point, I wanted to have, again, I want to have the skin just, you know, grey, using them sort of markers, like a really nice grey colour. And then I wanted to use the droppy things for the, you know, the clouds of puffs that she has, and, you know, maybe her hair to kind of tie that in. And I'm pretty much copying a reference here, I'm pretty sure, or a little bit of a reference image. That'll be over on my Pinterest. I'm sure it's like under Genie or something like that. If it's not, then it's probably one of the top ones you see. So yeah, so then I decided to swatch the markers on this page to try and figure out, you know, what it was going to be like. And I really wanted to use the pencil for this sort of the swirl, because I didn't want it to be harsh lines with the marker. So yeah, at this point I was thinking, let's try and have it nice and simple, not harsh. So I go and try and do my other trick before, where I do the frisk, this paste thing that dries and it stops. It's like a barrier. So I'm able to do that barrier and then add that alcohol ink so it doesn't spur off everywhere. This was my first mistake. It looks nice and I never tried it on this paper before, so it kind of didn't have the same effect I thought it would. It kind of just, nah, it didn't do what I thought it would do, and obviously it didn't, because it's a different paper and I didn't think. So when I tried to take it off, the paper just messed up and it died. So here it is, it's a mess, and I restart again, but on a different paper. This was my take 2, because I really liked the drawing though of the genie. I decided to line art it anyway, because I was like, no, this is too good of a sketch to not line. I was really happy and excited to do the line art for this. So when I did do the line art for this, it kind of made me want to do the exact same drawing for the next one. Oh yeah, that. So now I know. The last sheet was from the March box. Now this one is from the August box, so this was from the actual Copic marker ones. And again, I learnt my lesson, I'm pretty sure, and I'm taking the middle drawing as a draft kind of thing, to be like, this is how I want it to look. These are the shapes that I need to draw. It kind of warmed up my wrist to be able to draw what I wanted to draw correct. and I really do like this drawing. This is to me, I really like it. The facial expression, the hands. I don't know how I did it because I've never done anything like this since, but I really like this drawing. So comment below if you like this drawing too, because I'd love to know what you think. Again, I still go with the high ponytail, and I do want that to kind of be with the cloudy genie puffy thing, because in my head I'm also thinking of I Dream of Jeannie. Like, I grew up with this, so I wanted to try and balance it off. I thought on the other side it seemed a little bit too on that much, and on this side it kind of balanced itself out. And this time, instead of dropping it all down, I used the brush that came with it to kind of control it a little bit better. And I'm really glad that I did this, because like I said, it did control it a lot better. So much better. I was able to control it, and I was able to actually really put colors where I wanted it and create depth in some places, and really just, I don't know, really play around with it. I quite like this. And then I add the purple pencil, because like I did at this point, this wasn't supposed to be harsh. Or at least her hair and the genie puffy cloud wasn't supposed to be harsh. It's nice and purple to go with the colors. And I like I said, I was really happy with this. So happy with how I'm doing this right now. Normally I'm not like this, but I really like what I'm doing. So then I erase just after like giving myself like a really pat on the back for that. I erase it, and then I go through and test out the colors on this paper, but I used the draft paper, the paper that I used for yeah, so I don't draw on the back of this one. I try and do this one good. So I use the lightest color, or the second lightest color, I'm pretty sure, for the body. And I really don't want to go on the head yet because I didn't want to spoil it, but I do that, the lightest, and all of the body. And then I use the Copics. I use the blue for the genie cloudy thing to try and really tie it together. And this is me trying to procrastinate, because I was like, I don't want to mess this up, but it needs to be done. So I grab the second darkest color and start to add her accessories, you know, the amulets around her wrist and her waist and stuff like that. So, and then I do the hands, and I'm really happy with the hands, because this is the second darkest color, so I'm able to just add lines and little bits of here and there with this. It wasn't as harsh as just going straight on with the line art. Now, for some reason, I kind of skipped. I don't know what happened. My camera must have just died. But I add, the only color that I'm adding from the Copic markers is on the clothes. So the entire genie herself, she is grey and she looks really nice. And the line art that I'm doing, I'm so happy. So what do you think? Because we're near to the end of this video. Did you like this video? Do you like this series? Because this is the last one in this little bracket, because I have got other boxes, other combo kits. I've got another alcohol and another acrylic one, I'm pretty sure. So if you'd like to see more of these, please comment below, because they do combo kits every year around Christmas, I'm pretty sure, because that's where I got this one. I got this one in the 2022 Christmas, and I've got two from the 2023 Christmas, so we're in 2024 now. So this is the end of the 2022 combo kit. So it might seem complicated, but yeah, I'm sorry. But if you'd like to see more, please comment below. Please like and subscribe. And this is everything that came from each of the box, from the entire combo kit, and each one I did using the paper from that box, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. What do you think? Oh, so yeah, I hope that you liked this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a video of putting all these away, so if you do want to see that, carry on watching. But I've got nothing else to say. I hope that you like this video. Bye.
Just to me, I'm just